Hey everyone, myself Nimra and I am from ADPIT and my roll number is 108. Today I am going to give you a brief introduction about PHP. First of all, I would like to thank our Honorable Professor Umar Iftihar who have gave us an opportunity to present PHP. Here is a brief history about PHP. The PHP is appeared in 1995 and it is founded by Rasmus Lardov. Here is the pictures of Rasmus Lardov. The first question that is come into our mind is that what is PHP? PHP is a programming language that can do all sorts of things, evaluate from data sent from a browser, build customer web contents to serve the browser, talk to database and even send and receive cookies. Cookies means little packets of data that your browser uses to remember things. What is PHP files? PHP files can contain text, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP code. PHP code are executed on server and the result is returned to the browser as plain HTML. PHP files have extension .php. How PHP works? The PHP software works with the web browser, which is the web software that delivers web pages to the world. When you type a URL into your web browser's address, you are sending a message to the web server at that URL, asking it to send you an HTML file. The server responds by sending the requested file. Your browser reads the HTML file and displays the web page finally. Now I'll tell you that what can PHP do. PHP generate dynamic page content. PHP can create, open, read, write, delete and close files on the server. PHP can collect form data. PHP send and receive cookies. PHP can add, delete, modify data in new database and it can be used to control user access and PHP can skip data. Now I'll tell you that why we always select PHP. PHP runs on various platforms like Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac OS, etc. And it is compatible with almost all servers used today, Apache, etc. And it is support a wide range of databases and PHP is almost free and download it from official PHP resources at www.php.net and it is easy to learn and runs efficiently on the server side. And here is PHP basic syntax. Here you can see the syntax of PHP. A PHP script can be placed anywhere in the document. The default file extension for the PHP file is .php. A PHP file normally consists HTML tags and some PHP scripting code. Here it is the example. We have an example of a simple PHP file with a PHP script that uses a built-in PHP function echo to output the text hello world on the web page. And you can see the result of this output is my first PHP page and hello world. The next topic is comment in PHP. A comment in PHP code is a line that is not read executed as a part of the program. Its only purpose to be read by someone who is looking at the code. Comment can be used to let others understand what you are doing and remind yourself of what you did. Most programmers have experienced coming back to their own work a year or 2 years and having to refigure out what they did. Comments can remind you of what you were thinking when you wrote the code. Here is the example and the lines in the green colors are comments that will not execute it. Now here is the topic that PHP case sensitivity. In PHP all keywords, for example if, else, while, echo, etc. classes, functions and user defined functions are not case sensitive. In this example, all three echo statements below are legal and its output is almost same. And when we are talking about variable names, and all variable names in PHP are case sensitive. In this example, only first statement will display the value of the color variable, that is because the color and the color are treated as two different variables, and you can see that its output is different because in PHP the variable names are case sensitive. Creating PHP variables. In PHP, a variable starts with the sign hash followed by the name of the variable. In this example, you can see that the variable hash text will hold the value hello world. The variable x will hold the value 5 and the variable y will hold the value 10.5. Now, PHP variables. A variable can have a short name like x and y, or a more descriptive name like age, car name, total volume, etc. Here I'll tell you about some of the rules for PHP variable. The first one is a variable starts with the sign dollar followed by the name of the variable. A variable name must start with the letter or the underscore character, and variable name cannot start with the number. A variable name can only contain alphabet, numeric characters and underscores, that is A to Z or 0 to 9. And the last point is that variable names are case sensitive, and the case sensitivity can affect the output. Output variables. The PHP echo statement is often used to output data on the screen, and the following example will show how to output text and a variable. Here you can see that in this example we use echo to output the data on the screen, and you can see that its output is I love ADPIT. PHP variables. A variable can have a short. PHP is a loosely typed language. We did not have to tell PHP which data type the variable is. PHP automatically converts the variable to the correct data type depending on its value. In other languages such as C, C++, and Java, the programmer must declare the name and type of the variable before using it. PHP variable scope. PHP can be declared anywhere in the script. The scope of a variable is a part of the script where the variable can be referenced or used. Here you can see that PHP has three different variable scopes. The first is local, the second is global, and the third is static. A variable that can declare outside a function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside the function. And the variable declared within a function has a local scope and can only be accessed within that function. PHP operators. PHP divides the operators in the following groups, that are arithmetic operators, assignment operator, comparison operator, increment and decrement operator, logical operator, string operator, and array operators. And these operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. PHP conditional statements. Very often when you write code, you want to perform different actions for different conditions. You can use conditional statements in your code to do this. In PHP, we have the following condition statements. The first is if statement, which is executed sum of codes if one condition is true. And second is if else statement, execute some codes if a condition is true and another code if that condition is false. And the third one is if else statement. It is executed different codes for more than two conditions. Number fourth is switch statement, and it select one of many blocks of code to be executed. Here is PHP, the if statement. The if statement executes some code if one condition is true. Here you can see the syntax of if statement in the red color, and here is the syntax of if else statement. And if a statement executes some code if a condition is true and another code if the condition is false. You can see the syntax, and here is the if else statement. You can see its syntax, and this statement execute different codes for more than two conditions.